Constantin.
My dear cousin, I'm always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateus.
Really? So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were continuously being attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did. It was calling the animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I have never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation. Do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders. And yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardai Glenderman, a beach guardian. But it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the Guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you have already done what had to be done, by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I'm certain there's more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
You're exaggerating, dear cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right, but I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take over the island? Cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't seem very coherent. And we have other reasons to be preoccupied. Another epidemic, one that concerns us a lot more, remember? You should try to meet this Enon Milflicterman who is so well protected.
I have. It wasn't simple, but I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island.
Really? You should have mentioned it earlier.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a High King can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earn the trust of the pretender who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Dunkus. He's the king of the village of Vigyigador, and a Denegad full of wisdom.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Denegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree, as strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the earth so much, we have poisoned it, and the disease has contaminated us through the water that we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the earth can be healed, that his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
Yes. Something rather disturbing. He talked about you. He said his existence was in danger because of you.
Really? But that doesn't make any sense. I never hurt anybody on this island. Unlike our neighbors, I have never abducted or tried to convert islanders.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Cousin, please, you know me. I have made some mistakes, but I never threatened anybody. The only person who I put in danger is you. And you know how sorry I am about that.
Yes, I do know.
Forget about it, will you? This god manifestly wants us to pay for the sins of our fathers and to have his revenge for the invasion. By sowing the seeds of discord between us, he's probably hoping to weaken us. Do you realize that you have succeeded where everyone else has failed? The whole continent should be thanking you. But I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, dear cousin. Regrettably, I must leave you.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small personal matter to take care of, you see. Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no risk. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles recently. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency,
You better tell me everything.
but Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him, but His Highness's behavior has been very peculiar recently. He sleeps very little, and goes out alone almost every night.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed.
Well, His Highness had specifically ordered us not to tell you about it.
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns, Your Excellency. From what I know, he goes outside the city.
Where could he go outside the city?
I've no idea. We saw him going north. That's all I know.
Listen, I understand this matter is putting you in a difficult situation. You were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went, but he refused and ordered you to keep your mouth shut. But Constantin is not just my governor. He's my cousin. I'm worried about him. He's already been abducted once when leaving the city. So, if you know anything else...
I don't really know where he's going, Your Excellency. But I think I know where you could find out. When he doesn't leave the palace, he stays in his office for hours. He writes so much down in there that he could fill entire books. Here, I have the key. Take it. I hope you find His Highness and manage to make him see reason.
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
He never was very reasonable, but it is true that these walks at night are rather suspicious.
I'm starting to believe that the revelations of Enon Mil Frictamen had some truth to them. Let's rummage through his papers. We may find a clue.
It can't be easy to discover that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Armor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaigse.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaigse, but he looks a bit like an Onolmanawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different, darker.
He's talking about the crazy Donegad.
Indeed, that might be him. Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me. So we stay hidden.
And you do well to hide. I think he's the one who sent these animals to attack you. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where he's going?
He could hide in the old house. He would see him passing by and could follow, couldn't he?
You're right. If you take this path to the right, you'll reach an abandoned house. You can hide there. And from up there, you will be able to see the path perfectly.
Thank you. You've been a great help. And stay hidden. You may still be in danger.
Be prudent, Onolmanawi.
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalem seg.
We can't be seen from the path. Let's wait here to see where Constantin goes.
It's Constantin. With some friends. of this fate! He must have used this passage. We'd do well to follow it.
Constantin, what are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but what are you doing here?
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. The temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill him for anything in the world.
Constantin, come back and explain yourself. From man. It's the only explanation.
Let's see if we're more of this fate!
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardians, pervert my voice.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness, the brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure. And now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
It is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enon Mil Frichtaman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
Don't forget, he has a personal guard. He's bound to have warned them against us after what happened.
You're right. We should be careful.
And we're gonna need an army. Alone against all of these creatures will be no match for them.
The natives will follow us. What do you think about the Nords?
I would like to answer you myself, but alas, I cannot. The question will have to be asked to the Admiral.
I'm truly disgusted at the idea of asking for help from that viper Torsten. But his men would be useful. And we could of course go and find Governor Buren. What an absurd project. On the continent they would brand us crazy, but not here. On an island where everything is possible, and all folly is accepted. Let us go. We need to put an end to all of this.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
When you see Vad, give him my thanks. If it weren't for him, one of my friends would probably be dead, poisoned.
That is the task of the God. Helping others when they are in need. I'm glad he could help.
I came to ask for your help in stopping my cousin, Dunkus. Did you hear about the attacks of creatures led by strange guardians throughout the island?
Yes, Darren sent a messenger to tell me about it.
My cousin was sick, and to cure him, Katasak used the bonding ritual on him. But the power he received from it made him mad, and he started bonding himself in other places. He transformed his guardians each time, and used them to attack those he considers to be his rivals.
What you're telling me is terrifying. Katasak and Evoshtyre should never have bonded him. Your cousin is breaking the balance. He's consuming, and will only want to consume more.
Indeed. Enonmil Frichtemann warned me that Constantin was now targeting the sanctuary at the heart of the island. I cannot fight him alone. I need allies. I intend to go and find the other factions and ask for their support. But I also need your people. Because we must all stand together to stop the threat that is weighing on the island.
Your will to create an alliance between all the peoples on this island is wise and noble. And the call of Enonmil Frichtemann cannot remain unanswered. We will be by your side in the battle. I am not a fighter, but Daedra will lead our warriors. And I would also like for you to take this weapon. I pray it will be useful in the fight that is coming.
Thank you, Dunkus.
Don't thank me. You managed to earn my people's trust. And you fight for a cause that affects us all. May the earth support each of your steps. And may the volcano give you its strength.
I must admit that I expected Dunkus to be more angered when he learned what Constantin had done.
He's a sage amongst sages, even amongst the Donegada. Enonmil Frichtemann speaks in his ear. I think he already knew what was happening, even before we came to see him.
That confirms it. I made the right choice. Teofredi couldn't have a better High King.
Sardet, what can I do for you?
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and the villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Sardet, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nauts.
You're one of ours, Sardet. Of course we will fight by your side in this battle.
Thank you, Admiral.
Godspeed, Sardet. And good luck.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine.
Hello, Your Eminence.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
We need your help.
Are you trying to flatter me? Or are you mocking me in my disgrace?
Neither, Your Eminence. Our situation is so dire that we need all the allies we can get. As you probably know, my cousin was afflicted by the Malachor, and saved from it by a native ritual. He hasn't been himself since, and he now has a thirst for power that is pushing him towards the most extreme decisions.
Sir, we were right to be wary of the demons of this island. To survive, your cousin has made a pact with them, and if I understand correctly, all of us will have to pay for it.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but yes, we may all pay the price for his madness.
Alas, I have no priests or inquisitors that I could send to support you, but I can give you this.
What is it?
A piece of jewelry, blessed in Teleme. It will be useful if you want to summon the power of the Enlightened. May he protect you in this fight, de Sardet. I will pray for your success.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
Do you need anything else?
I must leave you.
Of course.